go to Weasel, cause the Weasel say, pop, yeah, come.
Yeah. Half a pound of tuppenny rice, half a pound of treacle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
A friend in need is a pest.
You're gonna be a successful WWF villain hated by millions.
What about the Wrestlemania where Jim Ross debuted where he came out backwards on a camel? I did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah, I figured anybody could come out on a camel, right? I remember Vince was upset that morning because everybody had somebody take the animal out with a train or something, and they were dressed like from the pyramids. Yeah. So I'm on my camel backwards. Vince is yelling, "Where's the elephant? Where's the elephant?" He meant the guy. I said, "It's the big gray thing behind me." Fuck you. Well, how could you miss it? I went on it backwards just to be different. Yeah. And when I fell off it, I had savage pull my pants up, my boot, shorts onto that. I tell you, I was getting a little scared because I like wearing dresses now. I like that moo-moo. Yeah. That was nice. Was that your last Wrestlemania? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's Wrestlemania. The last pay-per-view I did was in Boston. I worked at Wrestlemania with Savage and Ross. Yeah. No. Randy was easy to work with. Very professional. Him and his brother Lanny, his father, Angelo. If I had a territory, I want those three people working for me. Yeah. Because they'll always be there on time. They always care about the business and how they look and their outfits and what's right for this shot that we should do and shouldn't do. And they're businessmen. They're very good. Savage, kind of went somewhere, but Lanny Poffos is kind of, well, he's manager, sometime wrestler, the genius gimmick. And I was hard was in it because he was came from a wrestling family, you know. But Jack Briscoe was more valuable than Jerry was. Yeah. So that's the way it is sometimes. And Dory was nothing like Terry. Yeah. But they're different. But anyway, I think Lanny needed a gimmick and he needed a manager. Yeah. See, a lot of guys couldn't talk. That's why they had managers. Like Bob Orton Jr., the great athlete, but he stuttered a bit. Yeah. And some guys just couldn't come up with anything to say. So that's why it's good to have a manager. Then you have a guy like, he put me with Nick. Nick didn't really need me because Nick could talk. Yeah. But I was a way to save the matches. So it worked. Now, if Nick would have come out there with Jimmy Hart with the megaphone and yelling, I don't think that would have worked because they don't look like they belong together. Exactly. You know? Well, Papa was with Kurt for a while. Genius, he managed Kurt for a while. And he also managed the Beverly Brothers. Yeah. Yeah, but none of those guys wanted him around. Really? Yeah. They didn't even think of him as a manager. They thought of him as an underneath guy. Yeah. And made them underneath. You know? You see that? Yeah. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah. Here's a guy who never took a bump except when I say never took a bump, I mean for a living. Yeah. He took a bump when Roosevelt had a hit with the guitar that time. Yeah. Most of the guitars they used were gimmicks. Yeah. That one wasn't. Then they had to put the figure 4 on the next week. Roosevelt was just doing that, screwing with Tenay. Just doing it. Well, you see where they are. He'd be a perfect guy for me to make fun of. Yeah. All the knowledge he knows. Yeah. You know? Like Lee Marshall was hard to work with. Because he was a comeback on me. Because he saw Monsoon do it. Yeah. What he doesn't understand is, I'm 6 feet, 230 pounds. I used to wrestle. Yeah. Monsoon used to wrestle. He's bigger than me. Yeah. So I am a coward. I have to back down from him. Yeah. Lee Marshall's just a dumpy, Otis-looking announcer. I'm not afraid of him. Yeah. So I can't act afraid of him. I can't act afraid of Tony. Yeah. Now, Tenay would have been perfect. Because Tenay would have put me in my place with a whole bunch of words. Yeah. I'd be confused. And what'd you call me? I didn't call you that. Let me figure this one out. I know you said something under your breath. I don't ever have to fight him. But going so, you just knew you had respect for him. You didn't touch him. Somebody say, well, it takes away your credibility. Even if you're in a mask guy who just ate a chair and he's teamed up with the Wolf Man and they're going against two midgets and a woman in a cage, you don't want to lose your credibility, do you? Yeah, because in the old days you had territories, you know? Yeah. You had 25 to 30 territories you could go to. Vancouver was a territory. Seattle was a territory. I mean, that was Portland. Then you had Shires in Frisco. You had LaBelle in LA. And let's go north a little, east a little bit. You had Calgary, Stu Hart. Vancouver promotion was Kiniski. And you had Joe Dusick in Omaha. You had a little territory there. Then you went to Texas and you had Fritz in Dallas. You had Joe Blanchard in San Antonio. You had Funks out of Amarillo. And you had Paul Bosch out of Houston. And Paul Bosch didn't have a territory, he just had one town. And Fritz had the territory. And they would give him a booking fee because he'd book all the guys in. But Paul Bosch was the best payoff guy, so you didn't care what you made working in Dallas, San Antonio, Corpus, and Houston. Dallas or Fort Wood, you wanted that Houston. If you made your big money in Houston, then the whole week was paid for everything else. Yeah. That's the way it was. And then, let's go over, then we go up to Minnesota, for the territory. And Vernon had Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Denver, San Francisco, even out there after Shires folded, and Winnipeg, and then Vernon even ran sometimes up in Ottawa, which was horrible to get to, and cold. And then you had the Indianapolis territory, and then you had Tennessee with Nick Goulis and the Jarretts, and then you ran Alabama and Kentucky. Then you had Watts in Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. And then you went up east again. You had Sheik in Detroit, had all of Michigan and Ohio. You had Al Haffey ran territory out of Columbus, Ohio. You had New York. Vince Sr. ran from Bangor, Maine to Charlotte, to Washington, D.C. All those states and towns. You had Tunney's in Frank Tunney, the promoter in Toronto. You had Johnny Rougeau, the promoter in Montreal. You had Emile Dupree, who promoted up in Halifax, only in the summer. Then you had, after Tennessee, then you had some guys in the fields ran Mobile and Pensacola around there. And then you had Florida, where you had Eddie Graham. And you had Charlotte, where you had the Crockett's were the promoters. And then in Atlanta, you had Ray Gunkel, Ann Gunkel, and then Jim Barnett. And that was the country. So you had a place to go at any time. Yeah. Now, Stanford. That's it.
And then everything else is quite stepped down.
Yeah.
So you're not even full time. I mean, those people running full time, right? Pretty
yeah, 6 nights a week. We didn't start Sundays until later on. I told Vernon, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
To put the word in the streets.